All right. Good morning, everyone. Okay, in today's session, we are going to discuss about GitHub. Okay, along with GitHub, once the GitHub is done, we will go ahead and you said take screenshot is not done, right? For Jan batch, take screenshot we will do. Okay, so first we will concentrate on GitHub. So basically, GitHub is a code repository management tool. Okay, it is a code repository management tool wherein we will be saving all the project data in GitHub. It works like a Google Drive. Okay, in order to save the data in GitHub, we will have to follow few steps. Okay, so first, you should be having a GitHub account. Okay, a GitHub account. How will you create a GitHub account? Now, you'll have to search with keyword GitHub in Google. Okay, if you see this one, you will have to click on this. I'm already logged in, so it's not asking me to, it's not giving me any other. Okay, let me log out. Okay. All right, this is how your GitHub page will look like. Okay, similarly, you will be able to see the same thing in your laptops or desktops also. Okay, what you will have to do is you will have to click on sign up. Okay, you will have to click on sign up and it will give you instructions here. Okay, it's asking me to provide a email ID, right? It's asking me to provide an email ID. Now Nikunda GitHub account, Venki. Okay, so can you give me your Gmail account ID? I'm creating your GitHub account here. Okay, can you give me your Gmail account? Venki 70. Okay, this is Venki's Gmail account. So we are creating a GitHub account here. Okay, I'm clicking on continue. Okay, once I click on continue, it's asking me to create a password. I will share your password once this is done. Okay. This is the password, sorry. Username. Okay. Venki is not available. Seven zero. Okay. I'm typing it here. Y. Y means it's asking me to confirm if you would like to receive any announcements or any promotional this thing in your Gmail account. So I'm saying it as yes. Okay. Now it will show you some puzzle. You will have to solve that puzzle. Okay. Now it's asking me to pick a spiral galaxy. Spiral galaxy means this, right? So another one, this, and I'm done. Now in this page, it's asking me to enter the code that is provided in the Gmail account. You will get an email. Venki703236@gmail.com. Itivuma. Okay, I got the code. Now here it's asking me on this page that how many team members will be working with you. So I'm just selecting, it's only you. So that's the reason why you are selecting it as just me. Okay. Tomorrow, when you enter the organization, okay, when you are assigned to a particular project, your team lead will do the first thing as give you the URI path. Okay, I will show you how the URI path looks. Okay, are you a student or a teacher? You're a student, so I'm clicking on student and continue. Continue for free. Okay. Now this is how your GitHub will look like. This is how your GitHub will look like. So as I said, your team leader will be giving you a URI path. Now there should be a question arised that when we are creating your own GitHub accounts, then will we not go ahead and save the project details that I am working on in my personal GitHub? No, you will not do that, because tomorrow there might be chances that you might leave that organization at any point of time. Okay, and your team leads or managers will need to have the all the project details that were being worked till date, right? So after you leaving the organization, definitely you will not share your username and password with them, right? You will have your own personal details with you, but you will not be saving any of the details in your personal GitHub accounts. So that's the reason why what the team lead or manager will do is they will give you a URI path wherein we all will have to save the projects in that particular path itself. Okay. మీరు as soon as మీరు ఆర్గనైజేషన్ కి ఎంటర్ అవ్వగానే ఒక URI పాత్ ఇస్తారు. ఆ పాత్ లోనే మీరు details save cheyali. Now I will tell you the procedure how to do it. Okay. Anybody who has a question what we are doing now, Ani? You're getting the point, right? Why are we doing GitHub and all, right? Sorry. Can you be for now we are creating a GitHub account because you should know how to create an account and how to create repositories and all. Okay, but in future GitHub account will be already be created. However, the repositories will also be created and the link will be shared to you with the account access details. Suppose I am a team lead, I am giving you my GitHub ka user ID, password along with the URI path where you should be saving the projects. Okay, so like that for each and every single person, he or she will be giving you the URI path where they need the projects to be saved. In this way, if we are doing this way, then tomorrow, if I am absent also, you can go ahead and search. If you are a team lead, you can go ahead and search that, okay, నేను COVID leave 14 days పెట్టాను అనుకోండి. Okay. వాళ్ళకి నేను సడన్ గా నేను లీవ్ పెట్టాను because that was unexpected thing that has happened to me. Okay, so tomorrow they cannot keep on calling me and say asking me that Aruna నువ్వు ఎక్కడ సేవ్ చేసావు, can you please tell me అని చెప్పేసి మనల్ని అట్లా చేసే అది ఛాన్స్ రాకూడదు. సో దట్స్ ద రీజన్ వై these projects are saved in one particular URI which is given by the team lead itself, and team lead and manager will have access to see all of our projects. Okay, whatever we have done, they will be able to see the projects that we have worked on. Okay, so tomorrow okavela nenu work absent unna gani, okavela leave lo unna gani, in place of me there might be some other person who will be taking care of the project without any interruption or anything, right? Fluently velipotadi adi project. Okay, they need not wait until I come, until I give the access and all. They need not wait until that particular point of time. Okay, clear? Now how to create a repository. Okay, How to create a repository means you will have to click on create repository. Can you see here, create repository? You will have to click on this particular button, or else you will have to click on this plus symbol and click on new repository. Okay. Once I click on new repository, it will prompt me to provide the repository name. Okay. Repository name can be anything of your choice. I'm selecting it as Orange HRM 12. Okay. Description can be optional. Okay. It can be left blank also. It is not mandatory field. I'm selecting public here. If I select public, then anybody who has access with this particular URI that I'm going to create now, okay, will be able to see the project details. If I'm saying it as private, then it will be only limited to me itself. Nobody else will be able to see the project details. So that's the reason why we will be selecting public always. Okay. Now I am just clicking on create repository. So once I click on create repository, a path, URI path has been populated, right? URI path has been populated. Okay. So this is the URI path which will be given to your to you guys once you enter the organization. Okay. In this URI path itself, you will be creating your you will be saving your project details. Okay. Why are we saving all the project details here? Why not in our local systems? Local systems ante C drive అని అనుకోండి. C drive లో ఎందుకు సేవ్ చేయట్లేదు? C drive will never be data will never be lost in C drive, right? Then why are we creating this thing?
This is like a SharePoint, so everybody can access.
Exactly. So this is like a SharePoint so that everybody can be accessing to this particular thing, and they will be able to see where I have I stopped my particular project. As I said, I'm on a COVID leave, and it should be project will not be stopped because I am on a COVID leave, right? So it should run. That's the reason why somebody from on behalf of me, somebody will be taking care of that particular project. Okay. And one more thing, sometimes it might happen that system gets crashed and your C drive completely crashes off. We will not be able to get the data at all. Okay. So that might be the other reason why we are using this GitHub account. Okay. Clear? So this is the URI path we will be working with. Okay. In this path, we will be saving the data, project data. Okay. Now I do not see anything here, right? I did not see anything, any projects, nothing I'm seeing in here, right? Now, in order to save the data, okay, in order to push the data from local repository, which is my local system, it can be C drive, D drive, E drive, whatever drive, desktop. Okay. Whatever files are there on my particular folder, I need those files to be transferred from my local system to GitHub. GitHub is the remote repository. Local system, we will be calling it as master repository. Okay, local repository or master repository. Okay, now in order to push all the project details, we will have to download Git Bash. Okay, Git Bash is the command prompt in which we will be giving the commands. Okay, and with the help of those commands, okay, the project will be pushed from local repository to main repository, which is remote repository. Okay, now I will have to download Git Bash. I'm sure it is there in the system already. Let me see. No, it's not there. Okay. how am I telling you that it is there on the system or not? Okay, for example, okay, for example, this is the folder. I need this folder to be imported to the GitHub. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm right clicking on here. Okay, I do not see any git bash thing. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm confirming that this system does not have git bash account. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to download the git bash. Okay, how can I download? Can you see downloads git scm? I have to click on that. Okay, and I have to click on Windows because Windows is the operating system I'm handling with. Okay, now 64-bit is the operating system, so I'm setting up for 64-bit. It is getting installed. Okay, now what I have to do is I will right click and click on run as administrator, and yes. Okay, so once I do this, next, and install. Okay, it is installing on my system. Okay, so once it gets installed, I will be using this git bash in order to push the local files to main repository, which is my GitHub. This is quite confusing for the first time listeners. I will repeat this once again once the system this thing is done. Okay, this is how your git bash will look like. This is the command prompt. I will be writing few commands which you should be remembering. Okay, I will be writing few commands which you should be remembering in order to push your files from local repository to your master repository. Okay, I'm closing this git bash now. Okay, now on my C drive or on my desktop, I can see few folders here, right? File upload, download, collections, right? So I'm taking one of the folders, okay, and I want all the files that are there in this particular desktop in this folder to be, transferred to GitHub, right? Now what I'm doing is I'm right clicking. Okay, can you see git bash here, git GUI here, right? So if I click on git bash here, that means that the git bash is on the desktops on the folder collections. Okay, if you want to see the present working directory, you will have to type pwd, which means present working directory. Okay, it is on C drive, user desktop collections. Okay, if you go on C drive users, under it there is a folder called user and desktop, right? Under this there is a folder called collection. So my present working directory is in this particular folder, right? So what I have to do is I have to first type git init. If I type git init, okay, git init means it will initialize, git bash will initialize onto that particular folder, which is collections. Okay, how do you know whether it got initialized or not? Okay, as soon as you press git init, okay, git init, it will initialize and there will be a folder, okay, called .git in this particular this thing. Here I'm not able to see because there are hidden files. Okay. In order to view the hidden files, you will have to, okay, we are on C drive, right? Just search with hidden files, show hidden files. Okay. Can you see change setting to show hidden files, hidden and system files? You'll have to click on show settings. Okay. Here you will have to select show hidden files. Is it visible? Show hidden files. Okay. I'm closing this off. I'm going back to users, user, desktop, collections. Did you see .git folder got created? That means it got initialized. Okay. Ante ఇక్కడ నుంచి పిక్ చేయడానికి అది స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయింది. కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్ స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయింది. It will pick the files that are there in this folder itself. ఇంకెక్కడ వెళ్ళదు. గిట్ ఇనిట్ అంటే ఇక్కడ నేను ఒకటి మ్యాగ్నెట్ నేను స్టిక్ చేస్తాను అనుకోండి. ఓకే. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇనిషియలైజ్ అయిన తర్వాత వాట్ వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ ఇస్ వీ వాంట్ టు చెక్ ద స్టేటస్. We want to check the status of this particular folder. Okay, where are my files located currently? Okay, what is the status of the files? Whether I have modified few of the files, whether I have added the file, whether I have deleted few files, we will be able to see that particular thing. Okay, if I say git status, okay, now it says that these are the files that are in untracked files, okay, these are few files that are untracked. Okay, untracked means these are not at all tracked. Okay, there are few stages. Okay, untracked, unstaged and staged. Okay, untracked means these are the files that are not at all tracked. Unstaged means there are few files that are already tracked. However, there are few files that were been recently modified. Okay, staged means it is ready to be pushed to the GitHub account. Okay, now once I check the status of this particular folder, which is collections folder, we have these files that are there in this particular folder. Now I want to add all these files into my GitHub account. Okay, so what I have to do is I will write it as git space add space dot, because I want to add all the files that are there in this particular folder. Okay, if you want to add all the files that are there in this particular folder, you will be writing it as git add space dot. If you want to add only one specific file, okay, for example Java, okay, then okay, java.txt, right? Git add java.txt. Okay, only this file will be added and rest all files will not be added. If you want to see the status, see java.txt file is not showing. That's the new file that we have made, we have added and it is ready to be committed, right? So if I want to add all these files also, I will say git add space dot. So all these files will get added. Now, if I check the status again, it will show all these files in green and it's saying it is in unstaged thing. Okay, once you do this thing, okay, you will have to stage it. Okay, how do you stage it? You will have to write it as git commit m, and you will have to enter the comments that you want to enter. So I am writing it as first comment. Okay, Now since this is a new user, okay, you will be prompted 2 command prompts here, okay. 1 to provide your email ID, 2 to provide your username for GitHub in order to clone that account, okay. So you will have to just copy. Control C, Control V actions will not work here, okay. So you will have to just right click and copy this thing in Notepad, okay. Now I used Venki's account, so that's the reason why I have to provide his Gmail ID. Venki, can you please tell me your Gmail ID? 70323 6 @gmail.com. Okay. Now you will have to enter each one of them individually. Okay. I am right clicking and pasting it again here. This is the email ID. It took it off. Okay. Now his username is Venki7032, right? This is the username and I am writing it here. Okay. Now, one simple thing you have to remember, if there is any such comments, okay, when you are entering something, okay, and clicking on enter, if there is any such comments like this or any errors like this, then there needs to be some modifications done, okay. If there is nothing prompted, just enter kottangane malli next line itla start ayipoyindi ani ante, that means that you are good to go for the next step. ఏమైనా కామెంట్స్ వచ్చినాయి అని అనుకోండి, దీని కింద ఆ కామెంట్స్ చూసి మళ్ళీ రెక్టిఫై చేయాలి మనము, ఓకే. నౌ ఇది చేసిన తర్వాత నేను ఫస్ట్ కమిట్ చేసినప్పుడు నాకు ఇది ప్రాంప్ట్ వచ్చింది, రైట్. ఈ ప్రాంప్ట్ వచ్చింది యూజర్ నేమ్ ఇంకా పాస్వర్డ్ అని పెట్టమని చెప్పి, యూజర్ నేమ్ ఇంకా ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి పెట్టమని. సో నేను ఫస్ట్ కమిట్ ది కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్ మళ్ళీ రాయాలి, ఓకే. సో గిట్ కమిట్ m first comment. These comments can be anything of your choice within the brackets, okay, within the quotations, double quotations, okay. Now it's saying that there are 11 files changed and 545 insertions. So this is commit command అయిపోయింది, okay. Now I am still on local repository. How do you know master is the local repository? Okay, ఇక్కడ master brackets లో master అని కనిపిస్తుందా? So we have to change the branch from master to main. How do you change it? You have to just hit on git, okay, branch m main. Now can you see master నుంచి main కి వెళ్ళిపోయింది, right? From master it changed to main. Now what you can do is you can go ahead and you are ready to push the files, right? So git remote add origin, and you will have to specify the GitHub URI path where you want this is the URI path, okay. I'm copying origin undakodadu. I'm copying and pasting here. Copying, add origin undali, sorry. Copying and pasting here, okay. Now it got cloned. However, ante ippudu main repository ki vachin tarvata your git bash is connected to this particular URI path, okay. Deen tarvata we have to push the code, push the project. So you will write it as git push u origin main. Enter అవ్వగానే మీకు ఫస్ట్ టైం యూజర్స్ కి అయితే ఇట్లా వస్తుంది, ఓకే. ఇలా రాగానే you will have to sign in with your browser. click on sign in with your browser. ఇక్కడ edge prompt చూపిస్తుంది, పాపప్ చూపిస్తుంది కదా. Click on it, enter the username Venki 7032 and password email అవసరం లేదు, authorize. So you will get authentication succeeded. Okay, in the background if you see this we got this prompt. This means that your all the files, okay, all the files that were there in collections folder got pushed to GitHub. So how do you verify it? You have to come back to GitHub, just refresh. Can you see all the files that were there in GitHub in collections folder got added? Okay, we just gave command prompts and it got added. Okay, now you have another procedure to pull these project details from GitHub, make some changes in the folder and then push it back again. I will show that also once again. However, I'll show this procedure how to push once again. Okay, by creating another repository, I'll show the procedure once again. Before that, steps. Okay, commands in రాస్తున్నాను. Okay, git init to initialize the folder. Second step is check the status, right? Git status to check the status. Third step is git commit m and your comments, right? To commit the projects. Okay, git branch.
Ma'am, add చేయాలి కదా ma'am. Git add.
Okay, I forgot add step, right? Thank you. Okay. Okay. After this, what did we do?
Push.
No,
Git
git
push.
remote add origin and specified the URI path, right? URI path would be this. Okay. Then,
Ma'am,
yes.
URI path అనేది every time change అవుతుంటుందా ఒకటే ఉంటుందా?
Yes, change అవుతా ఉంటది. ఇప్పుడు నేను repository name వచ్చేసి నేను orange HRM 12 రాశాను. So that's the reason why ఇక్కడ వరకు సేమ్ ఉంటది. Okay, ఇక్కడ వరకు for that particular user it will be same. However, whenever
Okay.
you're creating a new repository, with that repository name there would be a new URI created. I will show you how. Okay, git push
Okay.
u origin main. to push the code. These are the 7 steps that we need to be following while pushing the project.
Ma'am, can you add steps for email?
Email మీకు first